Hey everybody, it's me, Jimmy V, coming at you here from the dummyblog.com studio in Orlando, Florida. I got an unboxing here today that I'm super excited about. Going to be awesome. If you're on the Ventriloquist Workshop Facebook group, you might have seen some pictures of this guy posted by my good buddy Chance Wolf. Now, Chance Wolf did not build this figure, nope, but he did do some paint modifications, or should I say enhancements to it, which we're going to check out right now. So I'm going to open it up. Now, I haven't actually seen this figure. Chance was selling this figure for someone else and happened to be at his shop. I purchased it, and then before he sent it to me, I had to make some enhancements to the paint. And we're going to take a look at the figure and those enhancements, and I'll tell you what he did, and I'll tell you who made the figure and all that fun stuff. I'm always on the lookout for cool and unique ventriloquist figures. Always looking for something different. I think this figure has some uniquenesses that make it really cool. And that's why I'm excited about it, and I'll point those out. So we got typically what you find when you unbox a ventriloquist dummy. If it's packed up properly, you have a body package and a head package. We're going to start with the body package. I love when I get figures that come from Chance, because Chance does a great job of wrapping the dummies and packing the dummies. And he even makes these little indications on the tape on where to pull the tape off so that you don't have to use a knife or scissors and potentially cut the dummy close or scratch the paint, which would be terrible. So we're going to open this dummy up right here. I'm going to just pull the tabs and voila, dummy, instant dummy appears. Let's move this out of the way. So, what do we have here? We have a dummy body. You can see these hands. These, they actually have pretty small hands on this dummy. Not, typically their hands are significantly larger. These hands here, some long legs. I don't prefer the legs to be this long on my figures. I typically like a much tighter body, because I find when you're using this, especially in walk-around settings, the long legs are very gangly. When they're sitting on the edge of a stand, they droop, they go really far, and they tend to be heavier as they are longer, and it pulls the body forward. But you know, it's kind of a crapshoot. You get what you get. The body is actually interesting. Let's see if I've not done this before, so it's my first time seeing it. But there is a mechanism in here that makes this dummy shrug his shoulder. You can actually, I think, shrug ultimately both sides, but they don't work necessarily in conjunction. I have to see how the other one operates. It's Chance said that the mechanism is a little bit complicated, and he really said that it would be best to just use the one shoulder shrug, which actually works really simply and easily. That's pretty cool. I like it. So that's the body. Now let's move on to the head. Now this figure was sculpted by Bill Nelson, the amazing and extremely talented Bill Nelson. Much like many of Bill Nelson's figures, the mechanisms were done by Dan Lavender, and Dan did the mechanisms and did the paint on this figure. And so when I got it, when I just bought the figure, I said, Chance, I'd really prefer the figure have a more Nelson vibe to it, which is much more punchier and extreme and vibrant colors, especially around reds around the ears, on the nose, on the cheeks, on the forehead, and usually some greens, grays, and blues around the eyes. Dan typically does something like that too. So Chance punched up the colors on this figure. Wow, that's really awesome to kind of give it and mimic that style. And I think he did an amazing job. Actually, on Facebook, even Bill himself said that he did a really good job. So here we have the face. This is a Bill Nelson sculpt, painted by Dan Lavender and enhanced by Chance Wolf. The figure has side-to-side moving eyes. It has raising and lowering eyebrows. It has mouth, lip sneer, and tongue. Now this is all really cool. Dan always uses a bamboo head stick when he makes his figures. And he has this very intricate single lever, three mechanism single lever. So you have mouth here. If you pull the mouth all the way down, the tongue comes out automatically. So you don't need a separate lever for the tongue. You just open the mouth further and it comes out. The lip sneer is actually also on this lever, just with this little button here. So you can do all three at the same time and even get the eyebrows going. Or that, or that, or that, or that, and that. Like, so lots of options here, which I love. And this head, believe it or not, is very, very light. So let's just drop the head into the body here and see if we can make this guy come to life a little bit. Typically there's a place in these heads where the stick kind of more easily drops in. I'm trying to find that here. So, because this is a long lever that sticks out here. And let me get that dang thing in there. Come on. Oh, there we go. Not the easiest to take out and put in there. How you doing, man? What's going on? Huh. So lithe, you know. The tongue is a bit touchy, you see that? Because I'm making the mouth move and the tongue's kind of just giving a little thrust. So you gotta be a little softer on the mouth trigger, dude. Yeah, I get it. So, there he is. Oh, yeah, let's see that. Whatever. Pretty cool. So, lots of animations. Great looking figure, great looking sculpt, great looking paint job. Overall, really cool collaboration. Bill Nelson, Dan Lavender, Chance Wolf. Awesome. I might keep this wig on. I was thinking about pulling this wig off just to see what he would look like without this hair on him. The original sculpt that Bill did, he didn't have any hair on him, of course, because he hadn't been wigged yet. But it had a really cool look with no hair, and so I might play with that. But in the meantime, this is what we got. He's bad. He's cool. He's awesome. I hope you enjoyed seeing him. And tune in next time to thedummyblog.com to see more unboxing videos and more cool ventriloquist figures. I'm Jimmy V, and this is thedummyblog.com studio in Orlando, Florida. Until next time, stay classy.